to finish all this homework before Christmas break? Okay, write an essay. According to the latest report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, what are the consequences of a rise in global temperatures of 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrialized levels compared to the 2 degrees pledged in the Paris Agreement? That sounds tricky. I'll start with a different assignment. Write an essay. Describe the main reasons that people from so many different countries are fleeing their homes, trying to migrate to other countries, even though that means leaving their families, friends, houses, and everything else behind. Yikes, not this one. Write an essay. The World Trade Organization was born out of the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, which was established in 1947, shortly after World War II, in order to bolster peace and stability. What are the implications for world peace due to the recent efforts to diminish the role of WTO? Oh boy, I'm going to need some help with these. Hi Mom, can you help me with my homework assignment? I have a few questions about this essay I'm supposed to write.
I wish I could, but I'm in the middle of my Scrabble game.
Okay. Hey Andreas, can you help me with my homework assignment? I need some brainstorming ideas.
Not now. I'm playing Fortnite and I'm about to get a victory royale.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah.
So I have some questions on these essays I'm supposed to write, and I was wondering if
Oh,
you
really?
could...
I'm sorry, I'm just watching Stephen Colbert. Can we do that later?
Everyone is so absorbed in their screens. I don't think they realize the major problems that we're facing. They've lost perspective because they're so busy looking at their devices. I need to talk to somebody with perspective. I could call John Tory. He's the mayor of Toronto. But he's just focused on Toronto. I need someone who has a broader perspective. I could call Justin Trudeau. He's the Prime Minister of Canada. No, but even he's just focused on Canada. I need someone who can think bigger. Someone who can see how the whole planet works. I know. I'll call Chris. He'll help me better understand these problems. Hello? Hi, Chris.
Hi, how are you? Good?
I'm good. I'm looking for someone with a broad perspective. And, well, you've seen the whole planet.
Yeah, in fact, from on board the spaceships that I flew, you see the entire planet every 92 minutes. You go around it 16 times a day, which means I've been around the world 2,650 times. It is a broad perspective.
Wow. Well, we're facing some major challenges that require coordinating people all across the planet, like climate change, migration, trade. But these issues are so complex and people are so unpredictable. How do we have any hope of solving these problems?
I think if you're just like one little ant in an entire ant pile, the behavior of the other ants seems sort of unpredictable. But if you can get back away from that anthill and look down, it becomes a lot more predictable. And it's the same thing for an astronaut. It's surprising just how predictable we are.
Really?
Well, when you're overhead a city in Canada that I know, like Toronto, and I look down, and there's the downtown core with all the big buildings, and then there's the suburbs around that. If you look carefully, you can see the railroad coming through, the big roads around it, and then the farmland beyond that, and the lakes and the rivers. And just 15 minutes later, you're over Africa, and you look down, and there's a town that looks exactly the same. And 40 minutes later, you're over Australia, and there's a town that looks just like that as well. And it's always sort of the most comfortable place, sort of somewhere where there's lots of water. Life will always seek water, sort of like the mold underneath your sink, you know. That's where it's going to grow. But just like the mold, we tend to be predictable in the places that we choose to live.
So you mean that even though we all come from different places and cultures, we all actually want the same thing?
Yeah, that was a lovely sort of discovery for me on board the spaceship, in that I had Twitter on board and I would send pictures down. And after a while, I was like, well, I'm just sort of sending pictures. What do people want to see? And so I actually said on Twitter, hey, everybody in the world, what do you want to see? And the resounding answer back was home. They want to see their home, their hometown. I thought about it, and I think it's because people are proud of where they're from, but also they're curious to see how they fit into the rest of the world. It's sort of like a curiosity of self-awareness.
How can we use a curiosity of self-awareness to help solve our problems?
Well, I think looking down from the space station, that curiosity is really a strength. If you've made people curious, then maybe that means they're primed to listen to the answer. They're seeking a different solution beyond the horizon of what they've seen so far. A chance to look beyond the horizon of their forebears and to see the wisdom and the opportunity that comes from a more universal sense of responsibility.
Wow, that's inspiring. When you say it like that, it sounds like all of us have important contributions to make. How did your view from space help you arrive at that insight?
The space station is an amazing laboratory. It's a wonderful place to look at the universe, but maybe the best thing it does for us is it lets us truly see the world. Lets us view the whole thing not as a bunch of little pieces, but as one combined place. And just like that anthill, sometimes you need to move back away, leave a place to truly clearly see it.
I think I get the idea. Maybe the holidays are the perfect time for all of us to look up from your screens and, as you say, look beyond the horizons of our forebears and see the wisdom and opportunity that comes from a more universal sense of responsibility.
Wow, you have a good memory.
Thank you. How about we put some music into that message?
That'd be great.
Will you join me?
Oh, thanks. I got a hat. All right, thank you. How do I look?
Good.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We're all in this together, that's so easy to forget. Staring at our screens, no low battery power yet. Whipping round the sun, 67,000 miles an hour. Ignorance is bliss, just singing in the shower. But dark clouds are rolling in, social fabrics wearing thin. Maybe if we raise our gaze together, we'll see through this haze. You don't need to be up on the ISS to look around and see that we're headed for a mess. Christmas time, it's Christmas time. Gotta look up from our screens cause we're running out of time. Christmas time, it's Christmas time. We only have one planet so we gotta draw a line. Christmas time, it's Christmas time. Gotta open up our minds if we're gonna get alive. We need to read the signs, then we'll all be fine.
In the view from space, we're less different than the same. We're awfully predictable, it's the nature of the game. In the east and west, inland and by the shore, thinly occupied suburbs around a populated core.
More access, wild climates, patterns, same around the globe. From space we're all quite similar, but on Earth you never know. You don't need to be up on the ISS to look around and see that we're headed for a mess. Christmas time, it's Christmas time. Gotta look up from our screens cause we're running out of time. Christmas time, it's Christmas time. We only have one planet so we gotta draw a line. Christmas time, it's Christmas time. Gotta open up our minds if we're gonna get alive. We need to read the signs, and then we'll all be fine. Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Lock your Soyuz hatch and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown for this planet that we're on. We can't all detach, so may God's love be with us.
He loves working on BFR, says we're racing time, a multi-planetary species, and then we'll all be fine. We're glad to know that someone smart is working on Plan B. We need smarts on Plan A too, Earth's where we want to be. We put our people into space with its earthly problems too. We need a space perspective, a common point of view. 3, 4. You don't need to be up on the ISS to look around and see that we're headed for a mess. Christmas time, it's Christmas time. Gotta look up from our screens cause we're running out of time. Christmas time, it's Christmas time. We only have one planet so we gotta draw a line. Christmas time, it's Christmas time. Gotta open up our minds if we're gonna get a line. We need to read the signs and then we'll all be fine this Christmas time.
We're on. We can't all detach, so make God's love be with you.
Sorry. No problem. Should we take it from
Yeah, let's how about if I pick up from ground control again?
ground control, the top of
Alright, so
top of the bridge?
I went back to singing what I've sung 10,000 times.
Need to be up on the ISS to look around and see.
Not slow.
I thought you said super slow, so I
Okay, not quite that
Smile. Look happy. Pretend.
slow. You ready? Andres? Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Hey Chris, do you want me to teach you how to play Fortnite?
Sure. Is Fortnite?
Mm-hmm.